Hello and welcome to Advice with Ben. Today I'll be giving you advice on how best to use the popular dating app known as Tinder. Although I must admit I prefer to seduce the ladies in person with my charismatic personality, I appreciate that Tinder is an effective tool for more socially awkward people to find dates. So whether you're looking for a wife or something casual or both at the same time, hopefully this guide should give you some handy tips. The first part of creating your Tinder profile is adding your name. Obviously you can just go with your normal name, but my first tip is just add a random accent in there. Girls love foreign exotic guys, and it'll make you seem way more interesting than the pathetic boring loser you actually are. For example, Ben cried himself to sleep last night, whereas Ben A goes on 4 dates a week and had a threesome this morning. Photos are probably the most important part of your profile, as although you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, you are more likely to read a book if it has a six-pack on the front. When choosing what photos to upload, it's essential that these show that you fit 3 key pieces of criteria. You've got to come across as attractive, cool, and popular to maximise your potential. I'm afraid I can't really help you with the first one. If you have issues with that, blame your horrifically ugly parents, but I can give you some advice for the others. As someone who's considered cool by most people, I believe being cool is a state of mind. You can be cool regardless of whether you love to play the saxophone or do advanced algebra, as long as you believe that you're cool. When you're trying to look popular, it's important to have photos of you with friends. These photos could be you just hanging out, or at a party, or at an illegal underground cockfight. It really doesn't matter as long as you have friends, and these friends are significantly less attractive than you. If you don't have unattractive friends, feel free to Photoshop them less attractive. If you don't have any friends, make sure to include a dog in your profile pictures, as girls love guys with dogs. It doesn't have to be your dog, and you don't have to keep it after the photo shoot. You can give it to your friend to use in their Tinder profile, or you can just throw it away. And I mean, it probably is best to get rid of it, because if you somehow manage to convince her to come back to your place and she asks where the dog is, you can just start crying. You're now put in a great position, because she doesn't want to be the asshole that says no to a second date with someone whose dog just died, so you've got a guaranteed second date. Then all you realistically need to do to maintain a relationship is just keep killing off your pets. For example, you can drive over your cat to try and get a cinema date, or you can kill off your fish to try and get to stay over. Both of these have worked well for me in the past on multiple occasions. Anyway, I got a bit sidetracked there. When creating your bio, it's essential to highlight your best attributes. Many girls see height as an important part of a guy, and you should always be honest when talking about yourself, even if you're a smaller guy. However, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to specify what unit of measurement you're using when talking about your height. For example, saying I'm 5'6" doesn't sound as good as saying I'm 1,706.88 tall. When filling out your bio, you should list key details about yourself, such as your job and any hobbies you might have. It's also nice to include a good previous reference, preferably from an ex-girlfriend or friend with benefits to prove that you're not a psychopath. It's also best to remember not to include your mother's maiden name or the name of your first pet in your bio for security reasons. So now you've created your profile, and if you followed my advice, you should start getting matches. When messaging new matches, I usually like to open with a compliment, such as, you have very attractive hair, or I really like your eye. If you need help flirting, I recommend practicing on either Dating Sim or the arguably superior sequel, Dating Sim 2 Love Triangle Edition. When flirting, it's important to remember that if you don't put yourself out there, then you don't stand a chance of succeeding. As the famous saying goes, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and if not, well, congratulations on having good taste.